The voice of the drum calls. It sings a song of those who came before us and those to come. A song of survival and strength. A song of participation and voice. A song that calls us together. When we come together and participate in the 2010 census, we use this tool as the voice of all our Native people. Our voice. It is in our hands. 2010 census.
Welcome to this edition of the Native News Update on this Wednesday, March 3rd. I'm your host for today's program, Paul DeMain. Many of the stories read here can also be found at our website at IndianCountryNews.com. Here are the news stories for the day from the Associated Press and other Native news sources. Allison Wakaw Consulting is a marketing and public relations agency that works to promote Native American artists within Indian country and beyond. AWC provides marketing primarily through travel newspapers, radio stations, and stations along working with Native American casinos to host various events. AWC is committed to providing each and every client exceptional service in reaching their goals. Allison Wakaw is from the Menominee and Navajo nations and maintains a unique cultural relationship that helps to serve clients throughout Indian country. AWC's goal is to support Native artists seeking to emphasize their work while having an up-to-date online Native Entertainment Directory website. You can get information from her at ALLI@AllisonWakaw.com. The Seneca Gaming Corporation says it lost $5 million in investments because Merrill Lynch, its financial advisor, engaged in fraud by inducing them to invest in what the gambling corporation said were exotic credit derivatives that are now virtually worthless. Merrill Lynch, Seneca Gaming said, should have known such risky investments were against the gambling corporation's investment policy because Merrill Lynch helped write the policy and advise the Senecas in the borrowing of $500 million used to finance its casinos. Seneca Gaming made its claims in a lawsuit filed in U.S. District Court in Manhattan last August. The lawsuit's existence was disclosed earlier this month in a filing by Seneca Gaming with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commissions. That's a story called Gambling with Our Gambling Money. Youngsters around the country may celebrate Endangered Species Day 2010 by entering the Endangered Species Art Contest. The art contest is part of the 5th annual National Endangered Species Day, celebrated on and around May 21st of each year. The Endangered Species Day Art Contest is organized by the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, the Endangered Species Coalition, the Association of Zoos and Aquariums, and the Ogden Museum of Southern Art, University of New Orleans. The deadline to enter is March 26th. Winners will be chosen in 4 age categories, and the winning artwork will be displayed at the Ogden Museum, University of New Orleans. One national winner will be honored at a reception in Washington, D.C., and the winner's name will be engraved on a special trophy. Artwork should highlight one or more endangered species, mammal, bird, reptile, amphibian, fish, planet, those kinds of things. And for more information on that contest and a list of endangered plants and animals, you can visit www.fws.gov/endangered. And we'll put that URL up here so you can see it if you want to get into that art show. Hopi Council members from 2 villages declined to step down from their seats this Monday despite the request of the tribal chairman, who said he was acting in response to a recent opinion by the appellate court of the Hopi tribe. Chairman Leroy Shingawatia then recessed the council's second quarter session until March 22nd to allow time to get some answers in the matter from the village of Mishonganovi and First Mesa Consolidated Villages. At issue was the February 11th final answer and opinion by the 3-judge panel, in which the judges said the Hopi and Tiwa villages have the authority to remove, recall, or decertify their duly certified tribal council representatives during their 2 years in office by whatever process the village selects. Shingo Itiwa read into the record 2 letters signed by some residents of First Mesa and 1 letter from some members of the village of Mashonganovi requesting removal of their 4 respective council members each. He then asked the 8 council members to step down, which they didn't. The Cherokee Nation's March History presentation will be Our Land or Theirs, 19th Century Jurisdictional Conflicts in the Cherokee Nation, with presenter Catherine Foreman Gray on March 25th from 10:30 a.m. to noon. Gray currently serves as an interpretive supervisor with Cherokee Nation Cultural Tourism. Her talk will focus on jurisdictional conflicts with the federal government faced by the Cherokee Nation during the 19th century, with a focus on the federal court in Fort Smith that was presided over by hanging judge Isaac C. Parker. Highlights of the talk will include a discussion about Zeke Proctor and the Going Snake Massacre, plus the story of Cherokee Senator Ned Christie and his 5-year standoff with deputy marshals. The presentation will conclude with an update on Cherokee Nation cultural tourism and its ongoing projects and community partnerships. The presentation will be held in the Cherokee Nation Tribal Council chambers located at the W.W. Keeler Complex, and it's free and open to the public. For more information, call 918-453-5389. Charlie Soap regrets to announce that his wife, the former Cherokee Nation Principal Chief Wilma ManKiller, has been diagnosed with Stage IV Metastatic Pancreatic Cancer. ManKiller is an author, lecturer, and former Principal Chief of the Cherokee Nation. ManKiller served 12 years in elected office at the Cherokee Nation, the first 2 as Deputy Principal Chief, followed by 10 years as Principal Chief. She retired from public office in 1995. Among her many honors, ManKiller has been awarded the Presidential Medal of Honor by President Clinton, and Soap requests that the public respect the family's privacy during this time. In a brief statement, Wilma said, "I decided to issue this statement because I want my family and friends to know that I'm mentally and spiritually prepared for this journey, a journey that all human beings will take at one time or another. I learned a long time ago that I can't control the challenges the Creator sends my way, but I can control the way I think about them and deal with them. On balance, I have been blessed with an extraordinary, rich, and wonderful life filled with incredible experiences, and I'm grateful to have a support team composed of loving family and friends. I will be spending my time with my family and close friends and engaging in activities I enjoy. It's been my privilege to meet and be touched by thousands of people in my life, and I regret only that I'm not able to deliver this message personally to each and every one of you." And you can contact Wilma now yet at wilmapmankiller@yahoo.com. We'll put that up on the front as well. One of Arizona's most significant cultural events, the Herd Museum Guild Indian Fair and Market, may have reached the half-century mark, but the state's largest Indian market continues to combine innovative new artists and activities with the timeless traditions of the Southwest. Beginning life as a small community event, the fair is now a world-acclaimed festival that draws nearly 20,000 visitors and more than 700 of the nation's most outstanding and successful American Indian artists. Among the guests are thousands of collectors from across the country. In addition to exciting new performers, expect to see some of the old favorites, such as the Apache Crown Dancers, Hopi Choctaw dance sensation Derek Suwema Davis, and singer Stephen Alvarez. Also, this fair marks the return of one of America's most beloved native performers, our Carlos Nakai, the Navajo Ute musician who was literally discovered right there at the Herd Museum more than 25 years ago. This is all going on March 6th and 7th, 2010, starting at 9:30 a.m. at the Herd Museum in Phoenix, Arizona. In recognition of the contributions to the United States by American Indians and Alaska Natives, the honor of the first person counted in the 2010 census in the lower 48 will go to a respected elder of the San Manuel Band of Missions. Remember that the census went up by dog sled somewhere last month to count the first person out in the boonies of Alaska. The U.S. Census Regional Director James Christie will mark the event as a census taker to enumerate the tribal elder, which will begin the count of everyone residing in the Los Angeles region. Upon completion of the enumeration, a short program will be held in front of the San Manuel Tribal Office. A press conference will follow immediately the program, ending with the opportunities for questions and answers. Media representatives are encouraged to attend this event to signal the beginning of the decennial census count of the 30 million plus persons living in the Los Angeles region. That's 19 counties of Southern California, the state of Hawaii, and the U.S. territories in the Pacific. That'll all take place on Friday, March 5th, 2010, starting at 1 p.m. Doesn't say who the elder will be. We'll find out. And that is the latest roundup of news from Indian Country on this edition of the Native News Update. We want to thank you for joining with us. Come by again soon. Be quick.